Hello there, everybody, and welcome, yes, of course, to the Good Afternoons hashtag Good Afternoons, the What Culture Wrestling News Show brought to you in the afternoon. That is good. That's what the name's all about. My name is Adam Clery, joined as ever by Adam Nicholas. How are you?
Hello.
It's Friday, isn't it? We're going home soon.
I'm very good. It's Friday.
Normally we're flagging a bit by this point, but I'm rejuvenated.
Feeling energised.
Yeah, I've got gumming as well, so I feel I just got up. It's
fresh,
nice.
fresh.
Anyway, we've got loads of news for you today, sort of, including...
Oh, you got straight to me there. I was too busy enjoying about your morning routine. AEW have... that's the wrong story. We'll go a different way. WWE are trying to block AEW from ever using Madison Square Garden.
Those absolute bastards. Anyway, there might be an alternative wrestling video game from that promotion you all like.
Indeed, it's more like there's a war on or something. Anyway, speaking of AEW, they will also be putting on another show at a new destination.
But first, the shocking, disturbing revelations behind the true reason for the latest tag team carry-on
truth
that's happening on Raw. Right, so did you see that WWE put a big picture of Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler out and said, name this tag team?
Yep.
Do you know what I think you should call it?
Wait, let it fester a bit. Deliver.
Rudolph. Come on, that's good,
That's
That's very good. But anyway, a lot of people have been asking the question, why the hell is this a thing? Because they basically had this big elimination match to see who would face Rollins and Strowman for the tag team titles at the upcoming pay-per-view. And, Heavy Machinery wouldn't be a bad shout, would it? The Revival.
Sorry, I'm still
the Revival.
got
Lucha House Party, really good. Lucha House Party. And then out of nowhere, they threw it together, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode as just a team to take part.
Yep.
You know, good, kind of get people over. The two good single stars for having them eliminated in a tag team match. Doesn't bury them because it's not their forte, but at the same time, does give someone a, wait, no, what are we talking about? They've steamrolled all the other teams and won.
Won the tournament and also won because they were good.
Yeah,
allegedly, not because
didn't botch it or anything. No fluking. Nope. They just absolutely battered all the other teams. Like, oh right, so they hate all the other tag teams. They've now buried everybody effectively.
Well,
even Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
There's reasons as to
there are reasons. We thought it was a bit confusing at the time.
It's not necessarily a hatred thing, is it? I think.
No. Well, we thought that was
our initial.
You hope in these situations, not because they're trying to bury the other tag teams, but because they want to do something with the team that won, and it transpires that might actually be the case because stories go backstage that this was all Paul Heyman's idea. Paul Heyman wanted this, he pitched this, he wrote it, he saw it to completion because he really likes Bobby Roode.
Rudolph. He's a big Rudolph fan.
Nothing to do with Dolph Ziggler, apparently. He just really likes Bobby Roode.
Yeah, I noticed that was the thing. And to be honest, I liked him a lot more. I loved him in NXT, but I liked him a lot more with that mustache. And I want him to bring that back. I can't.
I've been trying to get him to grow this mustache out.
I've done it before. There's footage of me with a mustache on here. I had it for a week. And it just didn't work because it's ginger mustache.
Is this coming quite...
It needs to be dark.
Just like get a little toothbrush and a little bit of...
Imagine if Thomas Selleck's mustache, right, was bright ginger. It wouldn't work.
That would be really good.
It's not the same thing. I'm not Wilborn. You're not going to fool me into this, but he will do it.
Look, I just think you could do a lot worse than getting a little bit of a fanny tickler in for the win there. But we'll leave it at that. So Paul Heyman doesn't want to see Bobby Roode used as a nothing, as a jobber, as... What was the word he actually used for it? Being booked as a nobody for so long. So he wants to give him something to do. Now, no word as yet whether or not they will take the tag team titles from Strowman and Rollins, but that group is going to have to separate at some point because we don't know what's going on there.
Yep.
I could see them doing a lot worse than putting the belts on them.
Well, we got two guys who've got a match, haven't they, as well, on the same pay-per-view. It's the odd couple tag team. Who knows what's going to happen? They could still...
Who knows what's going to happen? Literally anyone who's watched WWE before. Because it's always the same pattern. So yeah, Bobby Roode, he's the reason, he's the driving force behind all of this. What happens at Clash of Champions? We shall have to wait and see.
I'm for it. I'm for it. I like Bobby Roode.
Not as much as before you growing a moustache, but we'll...
True. That's fair enough. Speaking of things that might not happen in the future,
It's the entire premise of our news videos.
Basically, all of the news we report regularly. As I have already mentioned, WWE love Madison Square Garden. It is their venue. They've got a massive history with it.
It's the garden, baby. It's the garden, baby.
The garden where someone, when I walked in there with a bunch of camera kids, said, "Hey, this guy's got all this equipment. What do you think you are, Inspector Gadget?"
Hey, I'm recording here.
So, one of my favourite places. We went there. It was lovely. It was a great venue. I went there. It was great. This is my double. Let me have my double. This is like, to me, what double nothing is to you. You got to go and I had to sit on the sidelines.
I heard it was lovely,
At least you're in the same bloody country anyway. But yes, WWE obviously love Madison Square Garden. They are trying to prevent AEW from ever using it as a venue, from ever running any live shows there, because I guess they see it as, that is a... to Vince McMahon, MSG is the dream place.
New Japan wounded them, I think.
Yeah, that whole show was really hard for them to take, I would imagine, because it's the first time really that something of that nature had happened,
certainly that
not in WWE's favour. We've got a little thing here, basically saying that because they've got the shows that were on, they've got 2 live shows WWE that are coming up that are recording, SmackDown and Raw, both at MSG on September 9th
emanating from
and
the
10th.
garden.
And the sales, they need them to be good. They need the sales to be good because they need to prove, I'm assuming that they maybe said MSG, let me prove to you that you don't need AEW. So that's why they booked Stone Cold Steve Austin to come and do both of those shows, because apparently the ticket sales were fairly rubbish. But if this is to be believed to be true, that tells you how big and how terrified Vince McMahon's massive fear is of the fact that AEW could be encroaching on his territory.
Starting to believe stories like this more and more and more, because when they initially came along, they were doing nothing to try and counteract this. They were even happy to let Ambrose go, knowing fine well where he was going to end up. They weren't really too bothered about losing Jericho to them. They kind of thought it was a bit of a joke, didn't they? Like, they thought
it wasn't quite there yet, wasn't like, until it was physically announced at the very beginning of this year, a lot of it was talk, I guess. To a certain point. Maybe Vince McMahon is one of these guys I imagine needs pictures.
Yes.
You know, you've got to show him. You can't.
They have a women's division, Vince.
What?
That's good stuff. But now, they programmed Evolve against Fight for the Fallen, which was kind of a very token gesture, but obviously with them now putting NXT head-to-head with their TV show, it shows that they're really taking it seriously.
Shows you the lengths they'll go to when Fight for the Fallen was a show to raise money for charity, and they put Evolve
victims of gun
against
violence.
it. I mean, but this is business, and it is war, and it started, and that's going to happen. This could be the first of many things that WWE try to do. What else you got?
Yes, actually, AEW, they've got another iron in the fire. Going to go by. Obviously, as you know, it is All Out weekend. They're doing their press conferences in Chicago. A few little tidbits coming out, which we're going to get to in a bit. But one interesting one, I thought was quite interesting. Kenny Omega and the Bucks were taking questions from the fans, taking a bit of a Q&A. And one person asked, it's the exact wording of this question, will they be bringing out an AEW video game at any point?
Ooh, that is intriguing.
To which the Bucks went, actually, Kenny, do you want to take this one?
As our resident nerd and video gamer.
Nerd. And Kenny Omega said, it might be something to announce by the end of the year.
Very good. Very casual.
Which isn't a no.
No, it's not a no.
You know what I mean? So obviously you might, look, ask me, am I getting married?
You getting married?
Well, I might have something to announce by the end of the year.
Yeah, I am actually. He has the invite.
The invite.
Didn't want to tell you about it, but
I might have something to announce by the end of the year. You would take that as a fairly strong indication that I was doing something.
You had something in the
I'm at least getting a hole, if nothing else, you can keep from that.
Definitely.
So obviously they're looking in to the prospect of bringing in some kind of partners to do a video game with. Now, they're presenting themselves as the alternative product to WWE, and specifically addressing the areas that a lot of wrestling fans have with WWE, like they're getting away from the sports entertainment style, they're doing more diverse in-ring product. They're trying to take on board the criticisms many people have of WWE to better enable their product.
Do something about them.
One of the major criticisms of WWE is that the 2K games haven't been great. They never quite live up to their obvious promise. We know how good modern consoles are, modern gaming is, and yet every year the 2K games are passable. You can have a lot of fun on them, but they just never quite feel as good or as exciting as the old ones used to.
Do you know what the problem is? The problem is, if anybody's watching who works at 2K, it's the hair. You can't do long hair. Yeah. Why can't you do long hair? None of the producers who've made these games have been... Sorry, I've lost my mind here.
All right.
They can't do long hair. As soon as anybody's got long hair, which in wrestling is quite a lot of people, they just can't do it. They get it wrong. It goes all over. It looks so...
do it.
FIFA can do it. FIFA can do it. God. I don't know why I said that like FIFA weren't like it.
The other problem with 2K is never give us advanced copies. Anyway, as you know from the start of the year, Ukes recently severed their ties with 2K.
There goes the plane in flames. Cool.
Remember Ukes?
Yes.
They used to do the old SmackDown games that everyone loved.
The ones we enjoyed.
They've recently just severed their ties with 2K, and they've got, is it Visual Concepts they've got in now instead. So, let's see. Major player severs ties with WWE, effectively. AEW are starting to talk about making a video game. Not saying that they have literally this exact approach with all their talent, but all I'm saying, look, AEW and Ukes, if you haven't had that coffee yet, if you haven't had that dinner, you can literally have it at my house.
And he will take the percentage.
I will. I'll take a 10% finder's fee. Because I'm not a greedy man.
That's
not a greedy man. Very humble, yes.
That's very
Speaking of AEW.
Speaking of AEW and things that...
Put this away now.
Whatever, cool. AEW have announced via their Twitter account that they will be doing another taping, and once again, they will be returning to Chicago, to the CS Center, to deliver a taping. Obviously, they're going to be on Wednesday. What are we settling on for the name for this? Is it Wednesday Night Dynamite? Or are they doing
Wednesday Night Dynamite?
Wednesday Night Dynamite on the Ted Turner Network. Wee-haw! Because that's exactly how it all plays out. I've just upset a lot of
And
people.
again, for our visually impaired viewers, that wasn't actually Ted Turner.
We always do it for the blind viewers. Anyway, wrestling is good at the moment is the message here. AEW have put another show. Obviously, they've got All Out, which is taking place in Chicago. Well, there's going to be another taping happening at the CS Center on November 27th, Thanksgiving Eve for all of our American viewers.
That's not long after the show starts, is it? Not long after the start. Fairly quick return.
What, tomorrow?
No, but like after they go live on TV.
October there.
Yeah, it's not long after that starts, is it?
You're doing a bit here.
Yeah, fairly quick return to Chicago. Almost like it's going to be a very important location for them.
Interesting, that, isn't it?
Perhaps one of their top stars might be a Chicago. I don't know. I'm just freewheeling here. I don't know.
Sample that bit and send it out with the internet and
I'm not
everybody.
hashtagging the know or anything.
But yeah, tickets go on sale for this show, as I am reliably told by my notes, at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning Central Time in America. So if you're our American viewers, which is all of you pretty much.
58% of you.
A large portion of you that should be happening tomorrow. Get your tickets for that now tomorrow.
Or don't. It's your
Or
life.
don't.
It's your life.
Or buy other tickets. Or just send us more fan mail and money, I guess.
Cool.
Because that's what he needs.
I'm going to ask the question because we didn't prepare any Twitter questions for this.
Well, you didn't prepare any.
Have you?
And neither did I.
No,
So there you go.
I have one question for you, one burning question.
No, I will not grow a mustache.
I was going to do that as well. Do you think we're going to see CM Punk at All Out?
I've just had this on the podcast with Will Bourne. I said there's definitely a chance. Mm-hmm. I can understand why everyone thinks there's going to be a chance. Mm-hmm. For me personally, I wouldn't do it. Can't believe I just said that. I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't do it.
If you had the let's say you're booking AEW and the option is there, he wants to do it. You wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't do it. Do you know why I wouldn't do it? Because I know everybody thinks he's going to be there, but if I was going to have him appear, isn't that something you could do for the first show you put on TV?
Live though. You missed the line. You missed the. If people know he's going to be there, surely.
Is it not? Are the pre-taping? Is that for the TV?
Oh, you've raised an issue with this that I hadn't previously considered.
Because basically All Out's there, and they've got enough. That's what I'm trying to suggest is the idea is to promote new stars and to give everybody a new way of being. They've just done the old star from WWE turns up at like Double or Nothing. That was a big pay-per-view. They shouldn't just keep doing that formula. They can't keep relying on that.
What I will say is...
You really want to see CM Punk.
Well, there is that, but were they not going head-to-head with NXT the first night they launch? I would be like, that's a great point, that. Make it the reveal on television. But I think it's war, man. It's business and it's war. And more people will watch that episode of AEW.
It'll already be sold out, though. That show will be sold out, yeah. And
imagine the ratings, though.
They're going to watch the show. I guarantee you the ratings. There's me stamp. I'm telling you now, the ratings for that show will be good because people are excited. Nobody thought...
Will they be the best in the world?
Listen. Will Bourne played that on the podcast.
I'll listen to that when I'm walking to work today. I've genuinely got CM Punk fever at the minute.
It's clamor time!
It's actually time to wrap up the video, actually, according to my watch. So,
excellent.
Yes. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching the hashtag GoodAfterNews. Get any questions or comments.
Questions.
One day, in the comments below, and of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In the meantime, though, why not get you on Twitter?
At Coach.
What? Oh, CM Punk's there. Get to me a second.
It's actually at CM Punk, but his name's Coach. I just got it the long way around.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, you can get me at Adam Clery, CLERY.
CMPUNI.
I want those 3 followers. That'll get me. I'm not going to toss them away willy-nilly. You can get the entire What Culture Wrestling family
It's Adam Nicholas. Yes. That's where you can get them.
At What Culture WWE. But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back for assorted live streams over the weekend because there's so much bloody wrestling. But in the meantime, we'll see you soon. Enjoy your weekend. Do your best. Try to.
Absolutely. What a good time to be a wrestling fan.
What a good time to be alive. Goodbye.
Well, that's another way to look at it.